he went as a person.
So then the first part, let's now take the whole sentence. I came forth from the Father into the world. I'm leaving the world and going to the Father. If the second part means he went to the Father from the world as a person, why then do you deny that he came from the Father into the world as a person?
Because Matthew says that in the genealogy.
So we went to Matthew
Luke
now.
says that, right?
We can go to Matthew. Well, before you do that, now we jumped, right? So which book do you want to go to? You want to go to Matthew? Because Matthew's not going to help you.
I think we were talking about something else and it's going to something else.
Okay, so which book of Matthew you want to go? Do you want to go back to John 17 or you want to go to Matthew?
No, the first question I think the initial question was to prove that not a man, right? A man was not coming, but God himself. I think that was the first question.
That's what Isaiah said and Malachi said. Yep.
So that's the first question. So I love to finish that question also, but yeah, I don't know where you're heading. All right. So many things.
No, because I'm trying to follow you because we went here. You told me what it means for Jesus to be in the flesh, and I went to John 1:14. I'm answering your question. So let's go back to Isaiah chapter 40 and Malachi 3:1. Who is coming according to Isaiah 40 and Malachi chapter 3:1?
So ultimately, it's Yahweh coming.
Okay.
Right. Yes. But when we read the New Testament, right? So first, Jesus is going to come in the glory of his Father, right?
Yeah.
So, and God will judge the world through a man. It clearly says
now that you went to Acts 17:30-31. You changed it again. Don't go to Acts 17:30-31. According to Isaiah chapter 40 and Malachi 3:1, who is coming?
The coming one, I don't know what time you're meaning, but ultimately Yahweh is going to come.
No, it doesn't say ultimately. Yeah. According to Matthew chapter 3 and Luke chapter 3, John the Baptist fulfills Isaiah chapter 40 and Malachi 3:1. He shows up, and both prophecies say when he shows up, God is coming to his temple. He's going to show up. In fact, Malachi 3:1 says, and then suddenly, not delayed in the distant future, suddenly the Lord whom you seek will come to his temple. That means right when John shows up, right away, immediately, the Lord is going to come to his temple. Who's the Lord that came to his temple? That's what Malachi 3:1 said. You read it. It said, behold, I send my messenger ahead of me to prepare my way. And suddenly the Lord whom you seek will come to his temple. So John came.
Can I explain it, brother?
I hope you explain it accurately and not tell me what you think. Go ahead.
So when you read Matthew chapter 3, let's go there.
Yes, go to Matthew chapter 3, verse 3, and then again, Matthew 11:10. He quotes it again.
1 second, brother. So when you say that, it reminds me of when John the Baptist, right? He baptized Jesus, right? And suddenly the heavens were opened and a voice from heaven was heard. And Jesus is the temple, according to what I understand. And Yahweh's Holy Spirit rested on him.
Now, so can you show me where in Matthew says Jesus temple? Because now you're confusing too many gospels together. But I'm going to address you.
Brother,
say it again?
He not the temple? Jesus
where does Matthew say? No, don't ask me a question. Prove your assertion. Where does Matthew say Jesus is the temple? Because you didn't read Malachi 3:1 carefully. But where does Matthew say Jesus is the temple?
Jesus himself says he is the temple of God,
where?
Right? Let me
where?
find the verse for you.
I know where. In John 2:19-22. So we're back to John 1 again. So you want to go back to John 1?
In Matthew, it's not there, is it?
No. Jesus says he's greater than the temple in Matthew 12. But he's greater than the temple, the physical temple, yes. Now, sister, you confuse too many issues because you're not listening to the passage again. And let's go to Matthew 11:10. I want you to pay attention because it's not Jesus is the temple of God. Jesus is God who then created a body to be his temple. And I'll show you the difference in a minute. But you need to pay attention better because when you don't pay attention, you're going to make these mistakes. Go back to Matthew 11:10. Okay, pay attention to how Jesus quotes it.
Okay. Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, who shall prepare thy way before thee.
Okay, now, before you move on, who's speaking to who? Read it again. Jesus is quoting it about John. But who's talking to who? Behold, I send my messenger ahead of you. to prepare for your face, right? Who's speaking? To who?
This is Jesus quoting Isaiah.
Yes. No, he's not quoting Isaiah. He's quoting Malachi 3:1.
He's talking to the disciples quoting this verse.
Yeah. And when he's quoting it, who is speaking in the verse? Because he says, "This is he, John, of whom it is written, see, I send my messenger ahead of you to prepare for your face." Who's the one speaking in that verse?
Yahweh, I think.
Okay, and Yahweh's talking to who? Read it again carefully.
40.
Malachi and Matthew 11:10.
Yes.
No, I'm saying Matthew 11:10. Read what Jesus says. This is he of whom it is written. And when he quotes, it says, see, I am sending my messenger ahead of you to prepare for your face. So the one who said, I send my messenger is talking to someone. Who is he talking to?
He's talking to the Lord again, Yahweh.
The Lord is talking to the Lord? You got to pay attention, understand it before we move on. Say it again.
It's not clear here. It says D. You have to go back to Isaiah and check again.
It's not Isaiah. It's Malachi 3 verse 1. If you read it, it's Malachi 3. But pay attention. It's, see, I am sending my messenger ahead of you. So that means I am speaking to someone. I am sending my messenger ahead of you, and he'll prepare for your face. It's the Father speaking to the Son. Reread it. Okay, but you have a problem now. Because in Malachi 3:1, here you have the Father saying, I send my messenger ahead of you to prepare for your face. That means it's the Son coming to his temple. It's not the Son who is the temple. He's the one coming to his temple.
So he is the temple?
No.
And he's also the temple of God?
He's not the temple here. He is the God coming to his temple, because the Father is saying, I'm going to send my messenger ahead of you to prepare your way, which means the one who's coming is the Son, and it's the Son who's the Lord coming to his temple. That's how Jesus is interpreting it. So it's not Jesus is the temple and God shows up in Jesus's body. Jesus is the God who comes to the temple in Jerusalem. So now you're stuck with the point I made. If Jesus
to the
is
temple and he claims to be the temple, it's confusing.
Well, you can be confused all you want. I'm just telling you what the verse says. You can laugh.
Because you're not quoting what Jesus said.
I did. Who quoted Malachi 3:1? My mother or Jesus?
I'm asking you, what is Jesus quoting about himself? He said, I
Malachi 3:1. You just quoted it. I just gave you Jesus. You're saying what Jesus quoted. Malachi 3:1. Matthew 11:10. He quoted it. So I am going by what Jesus is saying. But now you're going to confuse me, because I want you to go to Matthew 12 and read verses 6 to 8.
Okay, so it says that, or have you not read that the law on how...
No, go to Matthew 12, read Matthew chapter 12, 6 to 8.
I will tell you something greater than the temple is here. If you had known what this means, I desire mercy and not sacrifice, you would not have condemned the guiltless, for the Son of Man is the Lord of the Sabbath.
Okay, now in Matthew 12:6, he goes, something greater than the temple is here. Who is that's greater than the temple that was there?
It's Jesus.
Okay, so but sister, now you confuse me. I thought Jesus is the temple. So how can he be the temple and greater than the temple? See, you confused me. Which one?
He's greater than the physical temple.
Oh, but he is the temple. How can he be greater than the temple? You see, this is your logic. This is what you're doing to me.
God is going to be dwell in a man, right?
But so wait, you're saying Jesus can be the temple and then be greater than the temple?
Yes, he can.
Oh, so now you make my point.
Temple.
So you make my point. Why then did you say, oh, Jesus is the temple and he's coming to the temple? Oh, it's confusing. But you just said the same thing I said. Jesus is the temple and greater than the temple. How come you're not confused now?
No, you said the Lord is coming to his temple.
That's what Malachi 3:1 said. Malachi 3:1 said that. I didn't make it up. It said the Lord is coming to his temple. That's the prophecy. But sister, I want you to pay attention to what you said. Let me repeat it. I want you to hear yourself. Oh, Jesus is the temple and coming to the temple. It's confusing. But hear yourself. You just said Jesus is the temple and he's greater than the temple. And you're not confused by what you just said?
Let me give you a clarity. It said Jesus is the Lord coming to the temple. But yes, Jesus is claiming to be greater than the physical temple.
Which temple?
Hello? Can you hear me, brother?
Yes. Which temple is he greater than?
I can't hear you.
Hello? You should hear me. The connection's good.
Second.
Hello? Hello?
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which
So,
temple
brother,
is he
let
greater?
me quote what you said before you confuse me.
Yeah, no. Which temple is Jesus greater? He's greater than what temple?
He's greater than the physical temple.
You mean the one in
Because
Jerusalem,
God
right?
is-
The one in Jerusalem, right?
Yes.
But in Malachi 3:1, it says the Lord is coming to his temple. What temple is he coming to?
He's coming to Jesus.
No, that's not what Malachi 3:1 says. It says he's coming to his temple. What temple is he coming to?
It doesn't say it is a physical temple.
Yes, it does, because a
It's
Jew,
physical
no, sister,
temple.
you're playing games with the text. A Jew who read Malachi 3:1 would know, I'm answering your question. A Jew who read Malachi 3:1 would know that the temple he's coming to is the physical temple. There was no other temple for him to come to. So let's not play with the word of God. That's satanic. Let's deal with the text. A Jew who reads Malachi 3:1 and reads, the Lord is coming to his temple, would know the physical temple in Jerusalem. Let's not play with the games.
Let's say that, okay, so let's say you are talking about the physical temple, just for the sake of argument, right? So let's say that, and Emmanuel means God with us, right?
Sure.
And when Jesus was born, right, he was the physical embodiment of God dwelling among them.
And why is he the physical embodiment of God?
Because he was the image of the invisible God. He is the Word manifested, though God manifested in flesh.
Okay, but in 1 Corinthians 11:7, it says Adam is the image and glory of God. So was Adam the physical embodiment of God?
He was not the perfect image.
Okay, but hold on, well, sister. 1 Corinthians 11:7 says, man in general is the image and glory of God. So that means man, starting with Adam, is the physical embodiment of God. So am I the physical embodiment of God?
You're not the perfect.
And it doesn't say I have to be perfect, because it said I am the image and glory of God. Don't add words to the text.
Let me go to the text. Give me a minute.
Go to 1 Corinthians 11, verse 7.
1 Corinthians
11, verse 7.
Yep. Okay. So it says, for a man ought not to cover his head, since he is in the image and the glory of God.
It doesn't say in the image. It didn't say that. It said he is the image. It doesn't say in the image.
For a man ought not to cover his head, since he is the image of God, image and glory of God, but woman is the glory of man.
So man in general, starting with Adam, is the image and glory of God. So am I the physical embodiment of God? So now you can call me your Lord and God and worship me?
No, you're just the image of God, the glory of God.
Oh, that's it? But that's what you just said about Jesus. You said Jesus is the image of God.
You sinned, so you're not perfect.
Well, sister, where does it say that perfection is something necessary for me to be the physical embodiment of God? Why are you adding to the text? The text didn't say that.
Jesus is the perfect image of the invisible God.
But it doesn't say perfect image of the invisible God. You added to the text. Colossians 1:15 says he is the image of the invisible God. Why are you adding words?
Let me just check that.
Colossians 1:15. I know where you're going. 2 Corinthians 4:4. But go to Colossians 1:15. He is the image of the invisible God and the firstborn of all creation. Why you add the word perfect?
Because he is the only one who perfectly obeyed God.
But that's not what the text says. Sister, you're confusing too many issues. Relax. It didn't say he is the perfect image of God, and because he's the perfect image of God, he's the physical embodiment of God. That's not what it said. It said he's the image of God, and you said because he's the image of God, he's the physical embodiment of God. When I told you man is the image of God, oh, but he's not perfect. So you're adding words. Why are you adding words to the text?
Let me not use the word perfect. Let's say all have sinned except for Jesus.
And
that's fine.
Have the angels sinned?
Few angels did.
Okay, I'm talking about Michael and Gabriel.
No, they didn't. But they are not the image of God. Right?
Where does it say angels are not in the image of God?
Where does it say, brother? You can show me where it says.
I'll show you step by step, but take it but one at a time. Where does it say angels? I'm saying, where does it say they're not in the image? Because you said they're not. See, you made the assertion.
So that actually backfires against you.
No, it actually proves my point, because no angel is said to be God.